All right, Raiders, now that you know how to use our online catalog to find books that you might be interested in requesting for curbside pickup, I'm going to show you some places to go in case you are wondering and curious and not sure of what books you might want. I'm going to show you some ways to find some recommendations. Okay, so on our virtual library, the first one you're going to go to is this yellow book that says KYVL. Many of you may be familiar with KYVL, Kentucky Virtual Library. You may associate it with research, all right? And that is very true. But one of the databases that is available to us through Kentucky Virtual Library is Novelist. This is one of my favorite resources, guys. Novelist gives you recommendations based on books that you have already read, and books that you're already familiar with. So you can describe kind of by keyword. You can search for, I'm looking for a book about post-apocalyptic war times. Okay. I'm looking for a book about zombie apocalypse. You can search like that. You can browse by genre. They already have curated lists over here for you to look at. But say you read a book. I read a book this summer that I really liked. It was The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. So I'm going to search this book because I'm curious if there's any other books kind of similar to that I might like. Okay. So you search your book. It shows you your book and all the information over here. But then on the right side, it's going to give you this extensive list of read-alikes, okay? And I want to say that having read this book, these are really great recommendations, all right? Because I read Upside of Unrequited, but I also read Little and Lion, loved it. Fangirl, loved it. Laura Dean is Breaking Up with Me, loved it. Hot Dog Girl has been on my want to read list for a while. So these are very accurate read-alikes. And guys, a lot of times when I've recommended books to you, I asked you, what type of thing do you like? I search it on Novelist myself, and that's where I pull my recommendations from, okay, is this read-alike list. The other thing that this is good for is if you are reading a series and you don't know which book comes next, if you search for a book in your series, some series are not as cut and dry as book 1, book 2, book 3. Some books series are a little confusing. So like I Am Number 4, if you click here on the series part, it's going to take you to that entire series. And then it's going to show you exactly what order those books come in. And that's just really helpful, especially when it's not a cut and dry, this is the first book, this is the second book. Okay. So the next thing I want to show you, and this is a work in progress, but if you go to book recommendations at the Virtual Media Center, this is going to show you, I'm going to add to this as the year goes on, okay? But there's some links to various book lists. This one is Goodreads, and they do kind of a competition each year in different categories, and those are their lists. Barnes and Noble has a lot of like bestseller lists that you can look at. Something that I want to work on are teacher book recommendations and student book recommendations. So be on the lookout for me asking for those, because I would love for students and teachers alike to be able to come and look and see and find ideas for books that they may be interested in. All right. And always remember that if these don't work for you, or if you're still confused about a book that you might want, ask your teachers for recommendations. Ask me for recommendations. The absolute favorite part of my job is being able to help kids find books. Okay. I always say that everyone is a reader. Some people just haven't found the right book yet. And my goal as a librarian is to help you find the right book. And it's a skill that I think I'm pretty good at, okay? I love to help you find a book. So get to reading, get to requesting your books for checkout, and I hope to deliver books to you soon.